When I was younger, my brother and I had a very close relationship. My brother was 5 years older than I was, so he went to high school a long time, well, a while before I did. He went to the early college at Horry, Georgetown, actually. Through his time at Horry, at the early college, he picked up a habit. His habit was smoking weed. Okay, it wasn't a very good habit, but I mean, it's what he did to cope with the stress of the world as he was growing up. So, me and my brother, we lived with our mother. My parents were divorced. We lived with my mother out in Longs. So he would drive all the way to Conway every day, and then he would do whatever he wanted to. Well, as my brother advanced through high school, he could have gone for his associates, but he graduated a year early just because he wanted to get out. He was ready to be out of school. Well, when he got out, instead of growing out of whatever he was doing, like drug-wise, he actually continued. And as the years went by, he stopped only smoking weed, and he started popping pills and doing shrooms and Molly and all kinds of other downers, really. He ended up doing heroin. That's what he's still recovering from. As it's been several years since he started and since he's been going to the methadone clinic. But today's story is about the Christmas where I loaned him some money. So it was a Christmas like any other. My family, they didn't give me any gifts because they ask me what I want and I tell them I don't want anything. So what do? They give me some cash, right? Good to spend on anything I want. I can buy whatever I want whenever I want. It's nice. My brother comes to me and he asks me for $100. I'm like, I have $300 from this Christmas. If I give you $100 now, you'll pay me back. Whatever, it'll be fine, right? This is my brother. We have a really close relationship, so of course I'm just like, sure, here you go. 2 days later, he asks me for another $100. Me, still wanting my brother's approval because he's my older brother and I love him at the end of the day, I give him another 100. 2 days later, he asks me for another 100. I'm like, sure, why not? No harm, no foul, right? I give him another $100. It has been 4 years since that day. Turns out he went and used that money to buy some heroin. After he bought that heroin, I haven't really talked to him. I haven't seen that money, and I don't really think I ever will. My biggest thing is I trusted him. That broke my trust for the future. So the life lesson that I kind of learned from that was even your family you can't really trust, especially when it comes to a drug addict. Never trust a drug addict, and never loan money to anyone.